I am strong. I am powerful. I am independent. I can do things on my own. I don't really need help from anybody. Hey folks, it's Cliff here. Not on the homestead right now. Just going over in my head some thoughts from the past couple of months. For those of you who may not know, I have been going through a pretty mysterious medical issue where I was stricken with pain in my head, just stabbing pain, nerve pain that was at many times was debilitating to the point where I wasn't able to work for about 2.5 months. I would hazard to guess that I missed more work this year than in the previous 15 years, I would say. I was laid out many days. I was almost useless. I was not strong. I was not invincible. I was not powerful. I couldn't do it on my own. My pregnant wife had to pick up a lot of the slack around our farm. The kids had to help out. My little 5-year-old boy had to see dad to the point where he couldn't play the games that he wanted to play with me. So I felt it was time for me to kind of unburden my heart a little bit. Psalm 121, in Psalm 121, the writer says, I look up to the mountains. Where does my help come from? It comes from the Lord, the maker of heaven and earth. And I liked to think that I was relying upon the Lord for my strength, for my help. But, let's be honest, I have to admit that I was maybe not as much as I should have been. I was more reliant upon my own strength and my own abilities. And I was watching a video from another YouTuber earlier this year. His channel is Wrangler Star. If you haven't seen his videos, you really should go check him out. He's great. I watch his videos all the time. And he had an accident at home on a swing set, of all things. He was swinging with his little girl on a swing set, and something let go, and they fell. He was able to prevent his daughter from being injured, but in the process, he injured himself. And he was saying how he was faced with the prospect of, what if he can't maintain the life that they have on their homestead? And this was a very real prospect for me going through this. I confronted that almost every day. We burn firewood, we raise livestock, we put up our own fences, and here I am, barely able to take care of myself, wondering to myself, is this the last time I'm going to be able to get firewood for my family? Am I going to be able to do the things that I need to do to be able to maintain this life, this beautiful life that God's given us on our property? And for a long time, I didn't know that. So, I don't know if it would be thinking too much of myself to feel like maybe the Lord had brought me down a peg or two, and given me a bit of an awakening, a wake-up call, but I was really brought low. I didn't spend 7 years eating grass in the fields like Nebuchadnezzar did, but I was really brought low to the point where I was really concerned and really wondering whether I was going to be able to maintain this life that we have. My little guy Sam, he would pray for me every day. He would pray that Daddy's head would get better, that I would be able to play the games with him that he liked playing with me. And I know a lot of other people were praying for me as well. I had a lot of people backing us up. I had a couple of men in their 60s come over to my house and split our firewood for us. We had about 15 or 20 neighbors show up at our place and help us winterize our property so that we could take care of our livestock through the winter. They framed in a bedroom for our son because we've got a baby coming. We got a wintering area for our horses done. We fixed our bull's fence, one of our pig fences. It was very humbling to receive that kind of help, and it's difficult to receive that kind of help because we're not ingrained to accept help. We're ingrained to believe that we need to do everything on our own, and I just really believe now. I've been shown that is not the truth. That is not the way. We need to rely upon others, and we need to help others when the call comes in. And sometimes the call's not going to come in because people just don't want to make that call. But we need to be ready to take care of others and help others. I'm happy to report that this is my first week back at work, and I'm symptom free, and I have no idea how or why. I don't know what I was stricken with. The doctors don't know. Was it medication? Maybe. Was it therapy that I've been receiving? I did some acupuncture, some physiotherapy, some chiropractic. I think everything combined with the steady influx of prayers from friends and from family and from my little guy, I think that was all combined to get me through this. I can't necessarily say that the hand of God came down and touched me and healed me, but I will say that I was healed without any one thing that I can point to saying this made me better. So the Lord works in mysterious ways, sure, sometimes. He taught me a lesson, and he brought me through it, and I'm sharing that with you now. So please share this with as many people as you can. Like and or comment on the video. Follow our farm page. We release videos as often as we can, trying just to give people a bit of insight into our beautiful, crazy little life. And we'll see you again soon.